Well, good evening, everybody. This is WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you're having a good evening so far. And happy Leap Day to everybody. It occurs once every 4 years, February the 29th. And that's because we have an imperfect revolution. Earth has an imperfect revolution around the sun, meaning that it takes just a little bit longer for the Earth to have a full revolution around the sun. You might be thinking, well, it takes 365 days, does it, right? And wrong, it doesn't. It takes a little bit longer than that, 365 and a quarter days, meaning exactly 365.2422 to be exact. 5.8 hours, or exactly about 6 hours, is lost every single year because of the lack of a leap day. But without it, guess what? We will lose 24 days of each year, and that means we'll have an earlier spring. So if you like spring and warmer temperatures, which we have been seeing a lot this year so far during the winter, well, this is actually not a bad recipe. But if you like the winter and things to be more balanced, well, you're going to have to deal with a leap day, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. We have a leap day today. The next one will occur in 2028. Temperatures will return back to the warmer side as we go through the early part of next week. Actually, as a matter of fact, it starts on Friday tomorrow. Winds will turn back around to the southwest, and that's going to bring us some warmer air back into our region. But we could be continue with another 70 degree temperature here early next week. On Monday, as a matter of fact, we have a possibility of bringing that back into the region. We saw one earlier this week. We could have another one. Why not? It's going to be our unofficial start of spring, a meteorological start, which is actually tomorrow. But we are going to have to contend with a little bit of rain as we go through on Monday into our Tuesday. I'll show you that on my 7-day forecast. High temperature in Alpena today made it up to 27 degrees. Pretty much where we a little bit below average for this time of year. The overnight low is pretty much where we should be for this time of year. 55 was a record high back in 2004. Record low was -12 back in 1980. Sunrise at 7:11 a.m. Sun sets at 6:21 p.m. So yes, days are getting longer. And keep in mind, daylight savings times begins on March the 10th, so we have one more week of standard time. So yes, if you are going out, it's going to still be a little bit chilly as you go to the early morning hour. We're going to see plenty of sunshine in the area. High temperature is going to be around 54 degrees, cool off to about 38 as we go through the overnight hours into the evening. And yes, you're going to see a big difference when it comes to our temperatures. These last couple of days, we dealt with cooler temperatures, but strangely enough, that's where we should be for this time of the year. So this is pretty much a treat, especially on our Monday when we could get close to 70 degrees out all this at the far end of the day. The temperatures are going to be well above average again when it comes to pretty much mostly the Midwest and the eastern part of the country, the Great Lakes, the Deep South, the Carolinas. We're talking about well above average. Well, if you're out in parts of the Rockies and the Pacific and the Pacific Northwest, we're talking about below average temperatures here, and that's going to go through March the 9th. So winds are one of the biggest reasons. That brings in our warmer air and cooler air. In this case, it's cooler air because it's coming out of the north and northwest. But more westerly right here is more oceanic type of wind direction here, which is bringing record-breaking snow to parts of areas out there in the mountains. And they talk about over 12 feet. Well, we don't have to worry about any snow in our area, but we do have to worry about the winds turning around to the southwest later on this evening to the overnight hours. But right now, they're still coming out of the northwest, and that's bringing a wind chill here, making it feel like it's 19 in Atlanta, 15 in Onway and Rochester City. It feels like it's 21 in Westbridge, 20 in Harrisville, and 23 in Tawas. So winds, again, look at the wind direction. That's what's going to drive our warmer air to the region as we go through tomorrow and to this weekend. Now, temperatures are going to take a major jump from what we saw today and yesterday. Well, yesterday technically started out at 41 degrees. It fell from there, and it felt a lot like winter. But right now, in some spots further inland, the inland areas are seeing some lake effect snow right now. But once the winds turn back around to the southwest, that dynamic is going to get cut off. They don't have that source to produce lake effect snow anymore. And winds are going to start driving in some warmer air into our region. But we are going to be without some rain for a little bit of time here. We are going to see some rain chances on our Monday, which kind of concerns me when it comes to our drought monitor. Now, I haven't brought this up in quite some time, but a drought monitor puts us in an abnormally dry situation once again for pretty much the entire northern part of Michigan. Now, Cadillac, Big Rapids, they talk about a moderate drought situation. So yes, we are getting some rain, but we still are facing a deficit when it comes to our rainfall here. So any welcome rain on Monday or Tuesday is going to be certainly well appreciated here. So tonight, we're talking about mostly clear skies. Low temperatures are going to be around 23 in Roger City, 21 in Underwood, 21 in Alpena, 24 in Osceola, 25 in Tawas. Winds will be out of south-southwest at 5 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. So tomorrow, well, with the winds coming out of the southwest, guys, look at the temperatures. A major difference when it comes to that. We're talking about 50s opposed to 20s and low 30s. 51 in Roger City, 52 in Alpena, 48 in Osceola, 47 in Tawas. Like I said, south-southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. So the 7-day forecast tells us that we're going to be back into the 50s tomorrow and Saturday. 60s on Sunday, 60s. And then look at Monday. This, again, is going to occur. 70-degree temperature, 70 on our Monday. We might have some chances of showers later on in the afternoon, but still over 35 degrees above average for this time of the year. This is unheard of. And then we already had a 70-degree temperature earlier this week. We're going to have another one possibly before we slightly start to cool down once again as we go through your Tuesday, Wednesday, and your Thursday of next week. But this has been WBKB meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all have a good day.